Hey guys, it's Miss Dickerson here, your STEM teacher for James and Brown. I am bringing you guys another science experiment done with things that you most likely already have at home. And if you don't have them at home, they are relatively inexpensive to go and get. So what you need for today's experiment, we are going to make a lava lamp. You can use either a tall cup or I am going to use this beaker right here. And you need Alka-Seltzer, food coloring. You don't have to have food coloring, but food color makes every science experiment better. Water and vegetable oil. So the first thing that we're going to do, I'm going to move my camera that way that you can see. Okay, so the first thing is we are going to pour in 1 cup of water. Okay. Next, we are going to pour in a 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. Maybe a little bit less. There you go. Okay. It's about a third of the cup. Okay, so I'm going to slide this a little bit closer that way you can see. So water is heavier than oil. So anytime that oil and water mix together, the oil will stay on top. So this whole clear line right here that you guys can see, let me hold it up. There you go, you can see it a lot better now. This line right here in this top portion that's a little bit yellow, that is all oil. And all of this clear part down here at the bottom, that is all water. So these little bubbles that you see, those are tiny water droplets trying to get back down. And eventually they will fall back down and join the rest of the water. Okay? So anytime that there's oil and water, they will always be separated. They will literally just sit on top of each other. Okay? And today we're going to mix them up just a little bit because not vegetable oil, because food coloring is a water base. That means that it's mainly made up of water. The food coloring will start to sink down to the bottom in just a second. You can see it moving right there. There it goes. It's starting to sink down to the bottom, so it's made it down to that middle level where the oil and water mix each other. So some of them will start to fall down in just a minute. There they go. And they're starting to join the water because water is heavy and it will always separate itself. There you go. So these will continue to sink down towards the bottom. Now, the fun part, you need Alka-Seltzer. This is a medicine. You can buy them at any store. You can add as many or as little of these as you want. It's totally up to you. I prefer to use 4 tablets total. That way we can get a nice strong lava lamp going. Alka-Seltzer tablets, here's what they look like. They dissolve in water. That means that they break down and eventually completely disappear. And because of the oil and water being completely separated, the bubbles that you are about to see happen will eventually come back down to the bottom because they are dissolving and continuously moving. So I'm just going to start off with 2. If I can hold on to it. There you go. I'm going to drop them down. So you can start to see the movement. Look at that! How cool! So the Alka-Seltzer tablets are dissolving, and the water is being forced to mix with the vegetable oil, and then the food coloring and water are trying desperately to get back down through that layer of vegetable oil. So that's why you see them rotating up and down and going up and down. I'm going to add 2 more. And I should say too at this point, so the oil and water will continue to bubble until all of the oil is separated and all of the water is back down on the bottom. So this can last, this will last about 30 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes, give or take a couple minutes. This is a super easy experiment for you guys to do. If you ever wanted to make a lava lamp, you can hear it fizzing. Pretty good. I hope that you can hear that. And eventually, after 30 minutes, come back to it if you don't want to sit and watch, and you will see the vegetable oil completely separated up here at the top. And then down at the bottom, you will only see the water and food coloring, because oil and water, they do not like each other. They do not mix whatsoever, because water is much heavier than oil. Okay, so I hope that you guys enjoy this experiment. Be sure that you tune in tomorrow on Friday to see what our last experiment of the week is. Bye, guys.